This morning we're discussing something big, something huge that is about to hit the country. It's called Success Africa. All right, so let's invite our guests to join us on the show so we can have a conversation on this. Real quick, we're going to have Albert Kusi-Prempeh. He's the CEO of LEC Group. Join us. Albert, please. At this point, you see, we should have had some audience that would be. Here comes Albert!
I'll tell you a story, right?
Yes, sir.
You know, Albert is a great guy.
Yes, sir.
I've known since I was at
university.
We had a former colleague here, Jonas Nyabo, who is by the way
Oh,
in the
Jonas,
States.
yeah.
You know, Jonas would take me along to events organized by Albert. You know, mentorship, on like youth empowerment, on like, you know, self-development, you know, and a lot of the things they taught back then is what has shaped some of us. So it's an honor having you.
Thank you.
You know, thank you so much for the leadership you've provided all these years. Amazing.
Right. So let's drop the CEO tag. Who and what are you? Based on what Jude has just said.
Yeah, so basically I'm a youth development activist. I'm more concerned about how we can develop and build capacity of young people. So over the last 2 decades, I've been committed into traveling around the country, mobilizing young people in various seminars with various resource persons, just so that the youth will be more empowered to be able to take their destiny into their own hands. They'll be able to be more committed to whatever that they do. And even more important, they'll be able to build businesses and to be able to carve their career path. So that is what I've been doing over the last 2 decades.
So why haven't you found me all this while?
I mean, for us, we typically operate from the universities. You know, I started whilst as a student at the University of Cape Coast, where I discovered the idea of why don't I bring young people together to create a platform called the Success Africa. Right. So the Success Africa is basically a conference that brings young people, tertiary students, basically together. We invite business leaders.
You're jumping the gun. slow down. I know you have a lot to share, but even before the Success Africa Summit, you started LEC.
Yeah.
So tell us what LEC is.
So LEC is typically Leadership Empowerment Club, and we're trying to empower leaders and raise leaders from...
So it's LEC, not LEC.
Not LEC, it's
right,
LEC. Yes, LEC.
Right.
Now LEC group, yeah. So we're basically concerned about raising leaders. So we started, organizing leadership conferences for senior high school prefects. And that's what the journey began in 2007, while I was a student at the University of Cape Coast. So it was mainly to how can we build the capacity of these young people, even at the senior high school level. So that
the prefect will include all prefects?
All prefects in the school. We'll bring them together.
People tend to leave the entertainment prefect.
We bring everyone, the chapel, everyone, every prefect was supposed, and there was no platform like that. So we felt that the 12-year-old student who is able to become senior prefect entertainment, how do we shape their destinies? In the next 20 years, they can become members of parliament, they can become great leaders in various industries. So we created a platform to bring them together. They were able to network among themselves, have conversation. How are you managing your school as SP? What kind of authority do you have as compared to my school? So they were it was a very exciting platform that we created in 2007. Way before, in 2008, LEC decided to also be concerned about the tertiary students. And in my community, as a student at the University of Cape Coast, then we started a Success Conference.
Wow. So just about next year, you are 20 years.
20 years, yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
That's a long time.
Yeah, that's a long time.
That's a long
Then the 20th anniversary has to be grand.
Very grand.
Yeah,
very grand.
We'll be there. We'll be there.
Amazing. I'm sure you've heard this from me right now. Probably didn't even know that.
Yeah,
you know,
I didn't know.
Exactly. I want you to talk to us around the feedback, right, you get as one, and also when you see people who've passed through your hands, right? What's the feeling like for you?
Jude, it's amazing walking into offices to submit proposals, and the reception goes like, I've been in a conference in 2011. I've been in a conference in 2013. I'll be glad to assist you from the banking hall to the various offices. I get to interact with various participants who have come through over the last 18, 19 years. And it's amazing feeling to see them becoming, I went to Bato, and in a hotel in Bato, a lady said, in the Volta region, during the crisis at that time. And the lady said, I was in a conference in 2014 at Koforidua Technical University.
Wow.
And it was amazing. And I thank God I'm able to see you again after all these years. I currently work here. Okay, so for us, it's fulfilling seeing people come through, make better choices for their life, take some of the feedback from the speakers and be able to put their lives on track and on shape. It's amazing, and something that continuously encourages me to keep doing this for the next foreseeable future.
Wow. Let's now talk about the Success Africa Summit itself. What is it and how long has it been running?
Yeah, so basically, as I said, it was started in 2008. As a student in second year, we decided to create a platform with my team. At that time, we had formed the Leadership Empowerment Club, that is the LEC. So we brought together our colleague students for this particular conference. So actually the name is Success Conference. Okay. After doing it for about 6-7 years, we decided to venture into other countries because we realized that, you know, we talk about Africa, so we're also concerned about the African youth. And we believe that the Africa, whatever concerns young students, even in Ghana, you can find similar stories in Nigeria, Zambia, and all these countries. So we decided to create this platform for the African students or the African youth. So Success Africa is a mentorship platform that seeks to empower the African youth for them to believe in themselves, for them not to look at the negatives and all the bad things that happens in our country, but for them to seize opportunities, for them to be able to develop their careers, for them to be able to be bold enough to be able to start and run their own businesses. So if you're looking for leaders, you find it on this platform. If you're looking for entrepreneurs, you find them. So you say it's the gathering of the African Young Leaders and Entrepreneurs Summit.
Wonderful.
Interesting. What kind of youth are you targeting, right? And I'm asking this question because we know that Africa is currently experiencing what we call the youth bulge, right? So for 60% of the population on the continent are under the age of 25. Is this open for every kind of young person, or you're looking for particular groups of young people?
Technically it's open for every kind of young person, but we are more university based or tertiary based, so you'd see our conferences be run from one university to the other. I mean, right on Saturday we're having it at the UPSA, so we are focusing more on the tertiary students, but it's open to everyone. Even some of our participants who have come through and currently working still find the platform useful because of the networking opportunity, the caliber of speakers that we put on the platform. They can still continue to come, be motivated, be inspired to start and to change their lives for the better.
I ask you this question because a significant number of this youth bulge, right, are people who are not necessarily in the university. You know, some of them are going through apprenticeship programs, some of them are learning a trade, you know, but they are also a very important part of, you know, and need the kind of training you're talking about here. So if you have any plans for them going forward, should you expect something for them?
So that's why we'll be grateful to ChannelOne TV for having us, because this is the medium we could use to reach out to them. At the university level, we are able to go to them at their lecture halls, we go to them in their hostels and speak with them. So the challenge has been reaching out to these people. So mediums like this can help us to reach the unreached and for them to say, hey, it's open for everyone to come in, come learn, come network, come engage, and come and let's help you shape your plans, your business ideas, your career path that you want to embark on. We've got people from various backgrounds that are willing to commit to this group of young people.
Amazing. You've been doing this for close to 20 years. I want to find out what changes you have observed over the period. And it's in reference again to the youth bulge we are witnessing now. And of course, the categorization of same. You realize that there's a change in, if like, generational dynamics. Now, they're mostly dominated by Gen Zs. Their way of thinking, their approach to certain things are different.
Very different.
From when you must have started.
Clack it. If you do it too.
So what does it mean?
No, clack it. Like, you know, you're clacking it, bro. you know, like, you've clack it, bro. You know what I'm talking about.
Let's continue the so run us through the changes you've observed. Has it made it more difficult, or has it made your work easier?
It's made the work more difficult. I think during our time, we were more passionate about these things, but in the generation that we are in, they want to understand why they need to be at such a platform. They want item 13, they're concerned about refreshments, they're concerned about giveaways and things that excites them. So it's been more difficult, but for us also more challenging because we have an influx of various tertiary schools nowadays. So our ability to reach out to a number of them has also become a challenge. And as you said, their perception, their interest have changed.
Exactly.
The kind of people they even expect to see are not the kind of people we may want to put out there. So a lot has changed, but it also helps us to repackage and rebrand whatever that we do, to be able to see to them and say, you know what, companies continue to complain about the quality of graduates that they are hiring. So would you want to pay attention to basic attitudes? Do you want to pay attention to the time you report to work? So for now, for us, we want to deal with the basic issues because I've seen people transition to work, and from internship to national service, the attitude is bad.
Right.
They do not have basic understanding, dressing, how they communicate. And because of the social media, digital world, they've also been able to infuse that into their work. So it's more work, but we are committed into having these conversations on these platforms to let the young students, I mean, yesterday I was at UPSC Freshers Orientation, and I was telling them that the world has changed. Beyond the program of study, how are you developing your skill sets to become relevant in today's job market? So for us, it's a challenge. That's even more reason why we need to continue to do this, because every year, over 300,000 people are admitted into various institutions, and they have no sense of direction. How do we offer them that sense of direction? Right. Now, do they even understand that you can be in school and still work in this digital world? Yeah. So a lot of things have changed, but we have been able to integrate these new methodologies into the conference to ensure that we meet the needs of the Gen Zs.
Wonderful. What's our theme for this year?
So the theme for this year was very strategically. We said beyond vision, dare, act and achieve. And we are saying that, yes, you're...
What informed this?
Yeah, I mean, having done this for 2 decades, last year we saw move beyond your limits. So this year we said, beyond you having a vision, it's not enough to have a plan. It's not enough to have a goal. It's not enough to say, oh, I want to have first class and then work with ChannelOne TV as the general manager. How are you daring? What difference are you willing to make now in order to secure you for the future? So we say, beyond your vision, begin to dare to do something out of the ordinary, because these guys are in their comfort zone. They don't want to move out, they don't want to stretch. So imagine you are in University of Ghana and you want to work here. Are you willing to come all the way here and play some voluntary roles, intern roles to learn, because you want to do something extraordinary? So dare, act and achieve. Just start doing something for yourself. Don't wait for parents, don't wait for guidance, don't wait for government. Dare. I mean, and I did that 20 years ago when I said, no, what can I do to help make society better? Let me put prefects together. Let's have a leadership conversation. And then come into Success Africa and UCC. Let's have, so we want to challenge young people of this generation to start doing something. Because you see, when you're at the tertiary level, the opportunities are enormous. The opportunity, you get to meet several CEOs coming through various forums. How are students taking advantage of this platform? So instead of chasing the job, chasing these companies into their offices, they come to you every year in different forums. Last week, Bernard was on University of Ghana campus for a seminar with Radio Universe. Several other platforms continue. How do you come and interface with these people, have conversations with them, let them understand your fears, your anxiety? They are even more committed into helping you and giving you a sense of direction on your career path, etc. So we want them to be able to dare. People should be able to act differently and to be able to achieve something significant and make themselves proud.
Wonderful.
Wow.
Wonderful.
When you talk to young people, what do you get from them in terms of their understanding of the issues that you raise?
I mean, the current generation have zero understanding. I mean,
really,
they are on TikTok.
Has any generation got any understanding at all?
Our generation were a bit different.
Was much better.
You can imagine I was leaving Cape Coast to Accra to attend seminars. I'll come to conference center, I'll come to National Theatre, and I'll go back for lectures in the evening. I know the distance is 2.5 hour journey. So I'll leave first lecture 8:30, be in the bus by 9, get to Accra 11, be at the conference at 11:30, finish at 2 o'clock, get back to 5:30 lecture to 7:30.
Wow.
So if you're in University of Ghana, you are in Accra Technical University, you are in Wisconsin, Ashesi,
you have no excuse.
UPSA, you have no excuse, because then you can actually work with several firms during your free periods and come through, learn, go back to lecture and come through. But there's, the distance. Is it true, the traffic? But
will this person be there?
Exactly. So, and so it means we need to incorporate more, because it's what they see on social media. So how are we putting our messages out there so you could see that there's a lot of podcast messages being put out there? We need to do more to reach out to them, because that's where they are. So the more they can get to have more of these programs online, they can stream and get to listen. Maybe we can make much more difference with this generation.
You talk about not waiting for anybody to, quicken you for these important conversations, right? But I just want to find out, now we have a government ministry, particularly for youth, led by George Opare Ado. Are you minded to reach out?
Pablo. That's what we call him anyway.
Yeah, I said George Opare Pablo.
No, I almost said Pablo.
Okay. George Opare Ado, who is our youth development minister. You know, are you minded to reach out, you know, to, because of course there's only a limit to which you can do, right? So is there even any engagement at all whatsoever?
I mean, absolutely. We're very excited when the government announced that particular ministry. We've had engagement with the chief of staff.
Oh, really?
Who graciously was at our last event we held last year. Has also been invited for
this year's summit.
This year's summit as well. So we continuously engage government functionaries to be able to see how best we can collaborate and partner to be able to reach out. You know, they have a lot of agencies even under the ministry, and we continue to work with some of them, the NYA, the NEIP, to see how we can shape these conversations. So it's something we continuously do, and our doors are open to have conversations with them to see how we can further advance this conversation.
Let's get into the details for this year's summit. We've spoken about the theme. Who are some of the speakers we should expect?
So we have Bernard Avle.
Wonderful.
He first spoke in 2012.
Okay.
At the University of Cape Coast. Came back in 2018 and is coming back 2026 to be our keynote speaker. We have Dr. Daniel Macaulay, McDancy, also coming. He spoke first 2018 and is coming back to UPSA for this. We also have the executive head retail banking for GCB Bank, Sena Kamagate.
Okay.
I mean, GCB has been graciously been able to also support us in this particular. They've come out with their youth banking, and they said that for us to, as a bank, we believe we can connect more with the youth on this particular platform. So Sena Kamagate will be there, and several other notable personalities will be at this particular conference.
It's important that earlier you give us the feedback, the type of feedback you receive, because sometimes you see the people get to complaining about the speeches that are delivered as against the realities that they face.
Absolutely.
So how are we bridging that?
Yes,
are we just coming to listen to what speeches? I mean, these are fantastic people that you've mentioned as speakers, but definitely they are going to pour some wisdom that we all can take away from. But how do we bridge that reality gap?
Yeah, so what we've done differently this year is to be able to have two panel conversations.
Wonderful.
Let's talk about career development and finance. Let's talk about career development and leadership. Then we have entrepreneurship and finance.
Awesome.
So we have another set of people. What we've also been able to do is to allow these guys to ask their questions and for them to interrogate the issues. What we've also done with our partners is to say, you are not only coming on board to promote your products, but we want you to pick some of these participants and say, you know what, GCB, I want a certain number of these young people to work with as an intern. So that has really helped us, and that is how we've been able to integrate some of our participants into various industries. So they get to ask their questions, they get to interact with these audience, they also get to get opportunity. So it's a mentorship platform. So we assign the participants to mentors, and they take them through coaching from time to time, so that we move beyond the speeches and become more practical. So the panel discussions will take place. We have the breakout sessions. We have the one-on-one. Our conference is such that we are able to break for 10 minutes and say, you know what, speak to any speaker, just move around, have a conversation with them, pick their contacts, follow them on social media, and ask your critical questions. And the feedback has also come from speakers who said, some of your participants have really asked very thought-provoking questions. We had to invite them to our office to sit with them and say, okay, you have a plan. We think we can support you this way and that way. So young people have been able to start and build businesses from this platform, because some of the partners have offered financial assistance, some have offered technical assistance to these young guys. And it's because some of these firms have great things, but the youth do not know about it. So now I go around asking them, okay, so what do you have for young people? So can you believe that several of the financial institutions now have youth banking departments, something that didn't used to exist. So they are creating products and creating opportunities for young people. For some, once you have an account with them, they are giving you an internship opportunity, they are giving you a national service slot. We believe these opportunities will not just become just the talk, but we can walk the talk by creating real opportunities for them. They go into experience as an internship, then they come back the following year to the conference and say, it was amazing working with GCB, I learned this, I learned that, and being able to better inform their colleagues that, hey, there's a lot out there that you need to learn.
I like that. So how many locations are you visiting?
We are doing 10 universities.
10 universities?
10 universities,
Wow.
10 universities, starting from UPSA, which is we call the Accra event the Accra Convocation. So we are actually bringing together 20 universities tomorrow, Saturday. 20 universities. If you look at our registration, we've reached several universities that all want to be at Accra Convocation.
You managed to mention the date, so that's tomorrow, 7th February.
So the date is 7th February tomorrow.
So at the location?
UPSA main auditorium, Kunedo Auditorium. That's the location. It can sit about 3,000 people. Okay. We're expecting delegates from all the 20 institutions to gather for the convocation. And then next week, Saturday, we move to the University of Cape Coast, then to University of Education, Winneba, move to Koforidua Technical University, move to University of Mines and Technology, then we go to KNUST, then we come to Central University, we'll go to Pentecost University, will be where we have the grand finale on the 28th
Pentecost
of March.
University is in Accra, right?
Yes, it's in Accra. So we'll come back,
to
end the tour in Accra because they are currently on vacation. Okay. So we'll come back to meet them. We'll go to the Volta region. So we'll go to the Volta region also. UHAS, University of Health and Allied Sciences. The Vice Chancellor has been very supportive today. So it will run for the next 3 months, but we begin the journey tomorrow, and we're expecting every young person wanting to dream, wanting to begin their journey to find their way to UPSA. We've lined up 16 resource persons, 12 at the panel discussion level, 6 at the main convocation to have conversations, breakout sessions. It's free, thanks to ChannelOne GCB Bank for helping us to do this. There will be refreshments, there will be breakfast, there will be lunch, and that is what attracts them. So we are breakfast at 8 o'clock. Breakfast is at 8 o'clock.
So they need to come early.
They need to come early.
At 8. So come
at 8, and it's free. All you need to do is to show up or call our hotlines to register. So that we currently have about 1,500 people that have registered. We're expecting over 3,000.
Wow. Mention the hotlines.
It's 0245 040 255. 0245 040 255. You can send us a WhatsApp also on 0247 155559. 0247 155559. Or go to our website www.successafricasummit.com. www.successafricasummit.com, or walk into UPSA tomorrow straight to the main auditorium. Our team of volunteers will assist you, register, and help you to have your seat, pick up your breakfast, visit the stands of our partners supporting us. GB Foods, they are providing the lunch. They are serving jollof there tomorrow for all the participants coming. Belacqua will be giving them drinks, water for every participant that comes out there. And we thank these partners who have continuously supported us to be able to roll out and travel with us also in these 10 locations.
As for the partners there, we're always grateful to you. So from what I take from your conversation, GCB Bank, GB Foods, Belacqua, ChannelOne Television, and CIMA, Charter Institute of Management, has been also very supportive. We appreciate you so much. I mean, continue coming. Those who are watching and listening, come on board as well. You see, let's invest in some of these things.
Exactly.
You see, we want to prepare the next generation that we want to see.
Exactly.
So we need to support some of these initiatives to be able to churn out the right leadership. Okay, so let's support them. They can't do it on their own. That one is pretty obvious. They can't do it on their own. So let's have more partners come on board, support the LEG group to help shape the thinking of the next generation in certain ways that will help benefit our nation as a country. But Albert, there's some wonderful stuff that you guys are doing. But if someone is yet to register, what would you say to convince this person?
If you're out there and maybe this is your first time you're hearing about Success Africa Summit, because I mean, when we started, we didn't have the resources to do a number of things. It's a platform that will meet your need. It's a platform where you can get to network. We give you access to our resource person because it's something that some young people have requested, and we ask them to say that you just have a conversation with them, take a picture with them. It's a platform where you get to learn. You get to learn from people who have gone through the mill, they've gone through the experiences, and they can shape you. And you know, in this season, over 200,000 freshers have been admitted into the various universities. So we want to welcome all freshers and to say it's a platform for you to come, have a sense of direction that your next 4-year journey is going to be an amazing journey. Once you begin the journey well, once you are able to take advantage of platforms like this to learn things that you don't learn in the classroom, once you are able to take advantage of mentorship, and for us, beyond the conference, we are always available to give you that guidance and support that we need through our various clubs in the universities. That's the Leadership Empowerment Club that we have across 20 universities in Ghana now. So tomorrow, you want to make a date with us at the Success Africa Summit 2026. The theme is Beyond Vision, Dare, Act and Achieve. And we strongly believe that by the time you live there, I mean, you know, GCB is providing funding to say that, yes, you have a business idea. We are giving you 2,000 cedis to start something. Once you believe it's all you need is money, they said, oh, we will offer that financial support to as many young people as possible. I mean, MTN says we want to give some of the participants laptops. So there are real opportunities beyond the talk, and you live there.
There's an opportunity to pitch an idea and get funding for it.
Absolutely, absolutely. From GCB Bank, yes, we thank them so much for coming to our aid. And to all other partners. So make your way to UPSA, and your life will never be the same.
Where do you see this summit in the next 10 years? You've done 20 years, right? Or let me say even the next 20. Where do you see this?
Yeah, so just as I was sharing with you before, the plan is to have it in every African country. Okay. We've done 5 countries. So we're getting to the point where, and that's why we are very much concerned about this convocation, because it's coming by next year, we may have 1 event. And then we can go to Nigeria, go to Liberia, go to Kigali. We've been to Kigali, and the response was amazing. We want to go to Ethiopia, we want to go to South Africa, because when I visited these countries personally, I just took a trip, go to these countries. I mean, they are visa free. So you go there, you ask the tertiary students the same questions. Anyway, I don't know, our country is full of unemployment. So we realized that the unemployment
the issues are similar.
Are very similar.
He didn't mention Zambia, so I couldn't ask him.
Zambia, Kenya, these are all places they've written to us. Kenya have written to us that we are looking forward to receiving your team here. We heard about Success Africa. When are you coming here?
Wonderful.
So we hope to send this conference to several other countries. And that is for us why we decided to have call it Success Africa. So Ghana will have 1 edition in Accra. We'll get everybody to connect on social media, and then we move to the other countries so that we can get to the point where we say that we stop complaining. Africa is full of have a leadership crisis. Africa, entrepreneurship. Africa, there's so much gold, there's so much money. How do the young people begin to take their destiny into their own hands? Because you'll agree with me. Look at the fugu that we spoke about this morning. We have a lot of things, but our generation, the people's mindsets are being shaped towards the negatives. We want to change the narrative and say, hey, identify the opportunity around you and start doing something for yourself. Stop complaining about unemployment. Are you willing to volunteer? Are you willing to work without a salary for a number of people? And it's something we all went through that period to be able to get to where we are. So we need to continue this conversation. We need to deepen it so that we get to the point where it's no more about Africa has opportunities, but African young people have taken advantage of these opportunities.
So changing the narratives, breaking the stereotypes,
absolutely,
and forging ahead.
Absolutely.
No, this is powerful.
Do people have an opportunity to join virtually?
Yes, they can join us on South Africa Foundation YouTube channel, on my wall also, Advocacy. They can get to watch virtually. We stream live right from 9 o'clock to about 3 p.m. when we end.
Very well. So Success Africa Summit, Accra Convocation happening tomorrow, UPSA, 8 a.m. Come and learn. People come and learn.
I mean, like I said to begin this, I've been a beneficiary of the kind of work he's done over the years, and we are grateful to him, you know, for answering the call. You know, so people the call come and they do their own thing.
It's a private number, so you can't call back.
So Albert, thank you very much. I probably would not have had an opportunity to say it. So
and
amazing.
thank you to the partners as well, GCB, GB Foods, Sima, Belacqua.
We want to thank ChannelOne because I mean platforms are powerful. So we're looking for more deepening the conversation where the team will be around to get feedback so that we can be able to come back again next 3 weeks to give feedback. How is the talk going? So that with your support, we'll be able to reach out to millions of other young people.
Ours is to tell your stories and to empower change. That's why we do some of these things that we do.
Amazing.
But thank you so much. Albert Kusi Prempeh is the CEO of the LEC Group and of course the Success Africa Summit Accra Convocation is happening from tomorrow. UPSA, he says come for breakfast at 8 a.m. So that means you are getting there by 7, go through registration and everything by 7:30, relax, make some friends, network, connect, have breakfast at 8. By 8:30, you are in the hall, and of course, the official, the initial program has begun. I'm thinking by 12:30, we are breaking into our panel discussions and everything.
One last thing.
We are learning so much.
Come along with your Ghana card.
Please come along with your Ghana card.
Very important.
It's very, very important. It's very, very important. And then, of course, there's an opportunity to join virtually on his Facebook page, Albert Kusi Prempeh, and of course, Success Africa Foundation on YouTube. All right, people. So let's storm there. You see, let's go in droves and let's go and learn. We need it all, and somebody is doing it for free.
Can you imagine?
You miss the opportunity and see. You go and pay some money that you have no idea for some 30 minutes for consultancy, and you'll be surprised. But thank you to Albert Kusi Prempeh, CEO of the LEC Group, for putting together the Success Africa Summit. And hopefully we'll see you there tomorrow.